So man, yeah man, I was checking a video about Ausar, one of the he's on the internet with Pan-Africanism and those stuff, man. I'm just showing examples of what these people used to be on internet and what it has become. Because it became all of this because of Tariq Nasheed and really it started with the ADOS movement also. But before that, so they take information and start using the information like it was them. I'm not speaking about Asa, but I mean like Tariq Nasheed and those people because they saw the movie like or the book they came before Columbus of Ivan van Sertima. But Ivan van Sertima is from Guyana. He would be a so-called tether, and they're using his information to claim to be Olmecs. Let me see here. I had I had even Tariq Nasheed, where this guy was doing a video about a Moorish World TV, and I saw Tariq Nasheed claiming to be Olmec here. Before all this, Tariq Nasheed claimed to be the Olmec, and then he claimed and he was the Maroons of my people over there in Jamaica and Suriname, that he was them from Akongpong. We have our own God and language and all those stuff, man. This craziness. So what this Tariq Nasheed and ADOS movement is, they don't care if all Africans die, if as long as they can get money, as long as they get their way. It's just that's why I was saying these people are from the black soldiers, zwarte jagers, black hunters, bounty hunters in Suriname. Those people from the plantation, they are called Redimusu in Suriname. The wars in America was 500 years against my race, against my people, my bloodline. So I know what I'm talking about. If you would bring a plantation Negro from Paramaribo, Suriname to me right now, he would stay over there because we're not the same people. They know it. In 1986, they came to Albina, a place in the east where my people live, and they and the Indians together, and they killed a whole village of women and children because they know we're not the same people. I was never on the plantation. Those who the so-called ran away, they ran away from the backwoods Negroes. They don't speak my language. We have our own writings. We build boats. We build everything you would see in a city. Our own food. We even make gari there in the jungle. Like the Ghanaian make the gari there with cassava, manioc. It's also called yuca, and some will call it. So this fool is just going around stealing from everybody and then causing out people to think it's just like in hip hop. If you want to make it in hip hop, they will come out and attack the most popular rapper at the moment, so they can come into the spotlight and try to take their spot. That's what Tariq Nasheed has been doing with ADOS, and now he's trying to do it with the Maroons and most of Europe. So he's going around stealing everything, and they have no understanding because they weren't allowed to read for 400 years. It's like the so-called Israelites who stole the Lion of Judah from Africa and from Jamaica, saying they are the Lion of Judah. I didn't know that, man. That lion has been in South America and Africa for beginning of time. You were in on a plantation and you wanna come out and teach people stuff. That's the crazy things about this, man. That's the craziness, but it's not crazy if you know that these people are black hunters. On the plantation, the way to get it, you could get your freedom on the plantation was to go into the jungle in South America and attack Africans, so-called Maroons, and so-called Indians who were not aligned with the colonizer. You had Indians with the colonizers, and you had plantation Negroes with the colonizer, mixed people, Sambo, and Bamborita. So that's many, they were together with the colonizers over there attacking my people. So that's why we defeated them, and my treaty is from 1760. Before that, my treaty was 1620. There was no Netherlands then. It was called Batavia. Britannia, England, Albion before that. Those things, there was no Nigeria. These things, Africa was colonized in the 18th century after slavery. Yes, when America so-called became free, the Africans became slaves, not really slaves, but colonized for 100 years, 200 years, until now you see Burkina Faso is trying to get them out and all those stuff, man. So these people, I won't say even children, and I don't mean Asar and those so-called African Americans, because the people we know, African American, comes from my people. I can show you the video when even Americans came into the Amazon jungle to see my people living there, and they were saying, hey, these people, these Africans look like the West Africans type. They look the same like the people from West Africa. Then they started writing books that the colonizer Portuguese people left my people behind, because it could not be true. Though they were writing books in school in those days, you will learn that when the boats so-called came to America, if it's true, people would jump off the boats and run into the jungle. That's their story. What I know is all those people from the plantation, most of them, they were in the army, and they are called zwarte jagers. Yeah, black hunters, Redimusu in Suriname. On Curaçao, they were called bounty. And in North America, bounty hunters. That is Tariq Nasheed, the 5 civilized tribes. Now I've been making videos that he is the 5 civilized tribes who was attacking my people. Now he's saying, no, those were other people. So everything beneficial is his, and the FBA North Americans, and everything else that is bad is supposed to be African. And this nigga is not even African, he says. But he's going to, because these all mechs were built by Africans, they say, not by FBA. We don't know what FBA is. FBA is not my blood. It's not my race. We don't live, my people, we don't live in made up stories that for children like on the plantation. The white man, so-called colonizer, white simply mean wise, to have wisdom. It's a status. But anyways, man. So, and then they would teach these so-called Negroes, plantation Negroes, what they supposed to think and all those things. And now that they are from there after 400 years, they going out there like they are the colonizer coming to teach anybody anything. Nigga, you was in slavery. Yeah, I was 500 years in the jungle of the Amazon. Even when the continental Africans were in their slavery in South Africa, colonized and all those stuff, Kenya, I was free. For all the past 500 years, my people, I know the beginning God of my people from beginning of time, beginning of this world. We're not the same, nigga. So don't come out here, and I'm making my videos because you went out there, you and James Small, and pretending to be Maroon. You're not Maroon. Yeah, you're not Maroons. The Maroons we know, if apart from my people in Suriname, are in Accompong, Jamaica. If Jamaicans come to Suriname, they will go to the Saramacaners, or to my people, the Ohkanos there. Because many of them are mixed Akwamu, Yoruba, Igbo, Congo, like my people in Suriname. Those are the races you have in Suriname, also in the jungle. We have 6 tribes over there: Ohkano, Saramakaner, Paramakaner, Aluku, and Quinty, and Matawai. Yeah, these Matawai, they have even place there called Palenque. They speak African mix. They speak my language, African mix with Patois and Portuguese mix. They are a mix of Ohkano and Saramakaner. But anyways, man, let's see what these Ausar was saying. Otherwise, the video will become too long. So this FBA is just pimping, because this nigga is a pimp, and he's pimping the black Americans, just like I was saying that these so-called black Americans, many of them were in the army, and they would attack us in the jungle, the Maroons, and now they trying like they were Maroons. They are called, your name is Bakabusi Neger, backwoods Negroes. You don't have no language, you don't have anything. Your people cannot even build a hut. My people built everything. My grandfather used to build machine. I was with him. My grandfather has his own village called Bilokondre. Yes, my grandfather started his own village in Amazon jungle, where he built houses, homes for all his children, and placed them in their home. Yeah. When we speak, yeah, hip hop is my culture. Hip hop is a music style that you stole from DJ Kool Herc, who happened to be Jamaican. Just like you're trying to steal the Maroon legacy. You're not African, so why don't you just be American and it's done? Because the only black people on this planet are Africans. The only Afro we know on this planet are from Africa. If you on the North Pole and there is a man there, who is on the North Pole? It's an African. How do you know? He's got an Afro. Yeah, we don't know no American that's African, but the African from America. Yeah, that's who we know. We don't know no FBA. So just Just saying, man. Let's see it. Because it used to be a serious thing they were doing until this crazy bugged out. Plus your views, all the views Tariq Nasheed is getting is bot views just like Nick Fuentes. It's not real. That is just a bot view farm from India and Nigeria and all. They do it in Suriname also. That's just to pretend like they have success. It's only bots. I have IT papers. Yeah, I'm from the academy. I know these things. I have computer science, electro papers, and all those things. It doesn't add up. It's a bot. Just like Nick Fuentes, views are bot views. Many of the views on Twitter X, many of the Surinamese channel you see, they are bot views. They too stupid to know this. They think it's real when they go and pay to boost the video. When you pay and boost the video, the most people who will watch the videos are people from poor, so-called poor countries like India, Indonesia, from Africa and South America, where you don't get much money for your video. That's what these dumbo whatever they are used to living in fakeness. Otherwise, you could not get up and make up a name FBA, and that's yeah, yeah, man. That's when you do this thing. I'm FBA, and everybody is going along. It means that those people they have no soul. When we say you have no soul, we don't mean like you think it's soul playing soul music. That's not soul. Yeah, dancing. That's no. I've seen even a crazy so-called professor saying, "Yeah, we didn't lose our culture because the culture stayed in our flesh." Yeah. If you didn't lose your culture, why are you asking for a reparation? You lost nothing. That's how stupid this is. These niggas will say, they will tell you stories about how they were raped and killed, and history was taken from them, culture was taken, and after you tell them, so you have no culture. No, I have culture. So what? So you are liars, and the devil is a liar. So we know now what we're dealing with. Liars, and liars are devils. Don't be too sad when you see things happening with many of these people. Yeah, there's the essence of the story. In my culture, when you are evil, our God will punish you immediately. Just like I was saying, my God put these niggas in slavery. I'm not joking. Maybe many people think it's not a joke. I know where I come from. You don't. Many of these niggas, they're just like I said, they were in the army fighting against Maroons. Yeah, they are arch enemy of the Maroons. Go and ask the Maroons in Jamaica why they're living in the mountain, in the jungle, because Negroes were in the army fighting against them. Nigga, that's why if a soldier would escape to the Maroons, we would send them back because we don't know if it's a Tariq Nasheed acting like he escaped while the colonizer is behind him coming looking for us. That's what these niggas were doing, just like they're doing now, acting like they are Pan-Africanist. I'm not Pan-Africanist. I'm Maroon. I don't have to be Pan-Africanist. Where I come from, it's normal to have African people just like me saying they are different tribes. We don't attack each other because somebody will say, I'm Saramacano, I'm Paramacano, and then you have to attack them. That's your thinking. That's the colonizer thinking. If you're not a colonizer, if you was not so-called Caucasian white, or a Sephardi, you did not belong. And the same thinking is in the so-called plantation Negro. Because in Suriname, in the city, Paramaribo, is the same thing. Those people will get up and tell you, the Africans sold me into slavery. Who told you? The plantation master. But you killed the Maroons and sold them in Paramaribo to the slave master. It wasn't me. That was those other Negroes. Then who did it? Who was the 5 civilized tribes if it was not you? Nigga? Just saying. Let's check this out. So these niggas are fools. They have no soul, nigga. That's my culture. It's not just a saying. If you had culture, that's why these niggas are stupid. They think they're saying anything. The more this Tariq Nasheed and FBA, many of these so-called Americans saying, the more I'm hearing that these niggas, they have no culture. They don't know what the essence of culture is. And these stupid from African, so-called fake diaspora African, and Phil Scott with the crooked mouth will come out. They don't know the definition. Yeah, the definition is your definition, which the colonizer pumped up your ass 400 years on the plantation. We are autonomous. You cannot grasp what autonomous being is. You're too stupid for that, literally. You sound like not even a 3-year-old kid, a young child when you speak, and Phil Scott. You're too stupid to know what culture is. Your slave master has no culture. That's why if you go to the museum, you will see that you will see African artifact in the museum, stupid. Why don't they place those artifacts of their culture? Phil Scott, go and place your artifact in the Museum of Tariq Nasheed, not the African stuff that you stolen, just like your colonizer father, nigga. All the Ankh, and you think you have Christ, all the Christ things, all those things are from Africa. Your Ethiopia today used to be Kenya. Don't you see that the Ethiopians have the phenotype just like the Kenyans? They used to live there close to Timbuktu. You stupid. Oh yeah, you are. So it's rhetorical. When I have to speak rhetorical with stupid Dumbo Al-Shaiben. Yeah, and let's check what this Ausar was saying, man.
Point dialogue with the audience as well. Okay, so with that, there's some rules of engagement. Opening guiding question. Oh, this is the agenda. We're going to talk about the rules of engagement. We're going to have some open guiding questions. There's some core dialogue questions. Then we're going to have community Q&A, and then we're going to have closing reflections. So the rules of engagement: respect. We can disagree sharply, but we honor the Africanity in one another. Clarity: speak plainly, let theory illuminate, not obscure. Brevity and depth: share with impact, but leave room for others. We don't expect that y'all need those questions. I mean, that type of rule, but nonetheless. Community first. This is not about ego, but proving who has the most. Y'all got that. I already know who I have on this panel. But anyway, we want this to be a dialectical process. All right. So, opening guiding question. In this moment, when Pan-Africanism is being twisted, attacked, and even declared dead by some, how do you define what it truly means to be Pan-Africanist today? Let me say that again.
It's because of that when Nas came and said hip-hop is dead, that's why this nigga came. Yeah, and the Jamaicans didn't come with hip-hop, man, and started all this and COINTELPRO and FBI Plantation Negro shit. Because that's what the Plantation Negroes used to do in Suriname in South America. When the Maroons, my people, Maroon is a made-up name by the colonizer. The name is Maro. Maroon means to be stuck. He is marooned in the jungle. He is stuck in the jungle. He is marooned in the bus. He is stuck in the bus. Stupid. That's one of the meaning of maroon. Where I come from is called Maro. We not just like Marowe in Africa. Yeah, there is people in my so-called family that are called Ba Malo. This same Maro is Malo. The L is an R when my people speak. If you say to my people Maro, they will say Malo. Dumbo. We are ancient people like beginning of time. We don't know you, but being the killer murderer of children. Tariq Nasheed. That's your 5 civilized tribes from the plantation. That's what I know. Go and ask in Suriname about Bouterse. All those people are mixed Indians who are attacking my people in Suriname for the last 500 years. And now when I act like we're supposed to be together, you sick. In my culture, you kill my people, you are cursed forever. You and your children. Just like your Bible stated. So you shouldn't think anything about it, because it's also in your Bible that these things would happen to you. If you go out there and lie, you would be cursed. Just like Tariq Nasheed is a cursed and is cursed with all those FBAs. Didn't I tell you that they would start hanging you people again? The last week they almost hanged one last week. The week before that they hanged one, and 2 weeks before that they hanged 2. Tariq Nasheed, why didn't you go and confront those Caucasians, man? Oh no, they are paying you. Yeah, there is a big bag for that. I made a cartoon about that. You took money just like you sold and my people into slavery. You did that, Tariq Nasheed. When they looking for the slave capturer and those people, the bounty and the black hunter, that's you. Go in there saying Africans sold you in slavery. After you told the Africans that they sold you into slavery, tell them that you were selling Maroons into slavery, the Africans of America into slavery, and you're trying to steal that name in 1988 through Jesse Jackson. We didn't say anything because they were caught. They were mentioning that they were Africans from the Americas. But this FBA stuff is not gonna steal African stuff. But you FBA are not Africans. We don't know no Africans FBA in America. Made up childish foolishness. Only children will go along with that. Descendants of slaves. I am not a descendant of a slave. I am Maro. My name is Ohkano. That's the name of my tribe. If you my not lineage nation. If you go to Suriname, they will show you Ohkanos. Nigga, you have Paramaka. Those are real tribes and with village in the Amazon jungle, just like in Africa. You're too stupid to know this thing because you was on a plantation for 400 years, Tariq Nasheed. I'm talking about that. Let this guy speak. Man.
And Africanist today. And what personal or organizational lineage connects you to this work in a way that proves its ongoing relevance. So you all have mics and y'all can go ahead and jump in. You all have 5 minutes.
Sisters first? Oh, that's an excellent question. Peace and blessings again. My name is Brother Everett. I am president of the division of Marcus Garvey's UNIA ACL. I'm also Minister of Information for the entire UNIA globally.
This is what Black Americans were doing when they were saying that they were doing stuff. Hey, we need to go to Jamaica and talk to those people there, man, what they doing. Maybe we can connect. Hey, let's go to Barbados and there try to connect. And this Negro Tariq Nasheed used to use that and go around and to sleep with women in Brazil, lying that he's so-called African. Now he's saying he's 20% and Caucasian. How can you be African and be Caucasian at the same time and then ask for reparation? You are the perpetrator. Your ancestors killed the slaves, killed the Africans, right? Because you are 20% and Caucasian. So you are the colonizer, Tariq Nasheed. Just saying how stupid you are. You have no right on anything speaking on anything African. You're not African. You are FBA. You are American. You bombed Nagasaki. Understand that? Yeah? You are attacking Venezuela at this moment as I speak. Nigga, all you niggas are still, just like I was saying that you are the black hunter. Many of you are still in the US armies today, killing Africans in Africa over there. And then coming back. Even one of those niggas, I saw him with, he's got a Vietnamese woman. He was in the American army acting like he's African here on the internet. Like, get the fuck on, nigga. They don't recognize you to be anything. Your FBA is made up. Just like your whole history is made up. Fantasy. Let's hear it.
One of the things that Marcus Garvey said, because he traveled at an early age, is that he found out that wherever he went, black people were in the same condition. We were on the bottom. He saw that white people fought each other, Chinese fought each other, but when it came to us, they would unite to keep us down. And he noticed that we didn't know the power that was within us. And so to me, what Pan-African means is, you know, it's not me being black here. It's me being black all over. All over the world, we must come together. One of the main things that hurts us sometimes is that we have a condition of being...
FBAs are not black. The only black people we know on this planet since beginning of time was the so-called first man created according to even science. Africans are black. Their skin is black. That's what we know as a color. Black in America is a status, a minority. You know nothing. You stupid. You are in the dark. You are the Balaki, the Leki. Ba. That's why you have Baba is daddy is Da. This Da Laki, the Leki. You are the slave. That is what it means for you over there in America. Yeah, right? of what they mean. You have no culture to understand these things. To you, culture is hip hop that you stole even from the Jamaicans, just like you're trying to steal Maroon history and Haitian history with the 1804 movie. And when I speak, this thing is this Tariq Nasheed. Before that is what we used to see on YouTube. These guys were doing serious work until Polite came. At first, it was Sanetter. And starting to scam the people, stealing DVDs from Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, and selling them unauthorized, making money off it. And then he brought in a lot of those crazy dope head crack babies with him, lying, making up stories as they go along. If you say the Egyptian is black, it's supposed to be me. The North American is. When we say they are black people, we mean, and it's normal. I don't have to claim that the Kikuyu in Kenya, that I'm the Kikuyu. I don't have to do that because I got that in Suriname. I don't have to say in Suriname, hey, I'm Saramacano also. Saramacano is a tribe over there. I'm Ohkano. They are Saramacano. We have Africano. We have Moxicano. Paramacano. Stupid Puerto Ricano. Dumbo. Yeah, you don't know no backwoods stupid niggas like those backwoods niggas in Suriname. It's the same people doing the same foolery. If a backwoods nigga in Suriname sees you with a cloth, a red cloth or a blue white cloth, they will copy it, go to the city and start scamming people, telling people that you are the same race like they are. They have no soul. That's how we know them in Suriname. That's why they are called Negro. The other ones are called Paramakan Negro, Saramakan Negro. They will place the ethnicity. Yeah. The plantation Negro is just Negro. They have no start, they have no beginning. Nobody knows where they come from. They are lost. You have no culture. You don't understand what the culture is, Phil Scott. You're too stupid and dumb to know anything. I saw you making a video. Yeah, I'm gonna speak about the Somalis and the black immigrants, but I won't speak on the women. You are too cowardice to speak on the women because you got African women working on your channel, but your wife is a Mexican. This Phil Scott got 20 black women working on his channel, so-called that fake African diaspora. But his wife is a Mexican. You are allowed to do that, but don't come and try here like you are the African diaspora. The only African diaspora we know is the African from America. The other ones are continental Africans. That's what we know over here. The FBA is nothing. Nigga. They are fucking black hunters. That's what we know. Go and look it up.
Being tribal, a condition of being segregated, hating on each other. It starts from, that's an excellent question. Peace and blessings again. My name is Brother. And he noticed that we didn't know the power that was within us. And so to me, what Pan-African means is, you know, it's not me being black here. It's me being black all over. All over the world, we must come together. One of the main things that hurts us sometimes is that we have a condition of being tribal, a condition of being segregated, hating on each other. It starts from Bloods, Crips, it goes to Democrat, Republican. But in the UNIA, we always say one God.
But that's not tribal. There is 6 tribes in Suriname there. Do they fight each other? No, the tribal part is for your God. If you don't have culture, like I said from beginning of time, you won't understand those things. Those tribes is a bloodline. It's not a tribe like the Caucasian is saying. They are venerating. Those things are made up shit. The white man Caucasian has no fucking history. They don't know where they come from. Having your tribe does not mean you have to attack anybody else. Otherwise, it would mean that if you are black, your color is black, you would attack somebody who looks different, white or brown. You would attack them because they don't look the same. An apple tree will attack a pear tree because the pear tree doesn't look like the apple tree. That's your logic of many of the plantation Negroes. That's the slave master logic. If you're not white, it's not alright. You have to be like me. I am the American. They went to Africa, stole it. I am the Afrikaner. They went to Australia. I am the Australian. They come here to Europe. I am the North African. Everything is supposed to be them. But you're getting cancer in the sun. So-called children of God are getting cancer in the sun. Yeah. Let's hear it, man.
God, one aim, one destiny. You know, so for me, the main important thing to be a Pan-African is to love Black people all over the world. You know, we always take care of our family. In the UNIA, we say my race is my family. I get beat up by my wife a lot about that. You know, when I say my race, she understands now that my immediate family is my responsibility, but my cousins are still my responsibility, and you are still my responsibility. And so I believe the main thing that we have to start teaching is that, yes, I understand there's a lot of people saying I'm foundational Black America. I guess I am. I'm African American. I'm here. But what the white man calls all of us, the N-word. He doesn't hold any punches. To him,
But the thing is, if you are the foundational Black American, who are the people in the Americas in Haiti where Columbus went then? Because it's called the United States of the Americas. It's a stolen name. America is South America. Is South Africa not Africa? That's the stupidity I mean with all this thing when I say I'm not Pan-Africanist because I have culture, nigga. I'm just making my movie because y'all niggas stepped onto the Maroon plate like you are Maro. You're not. If you are Moors or one of those things or whatever, that's your business. But when you come and say, yeah, only thing my people know is war against the plantation Negroes who are attacking us. It's not a fucking joke. Go to Suriname and ask them. Go to Suriname in the city and tell those city Negroes, let's go to the jungle. They will tell you, no, those are Africans living in the jungle. They are not our race. That's what they will tell you. Backwoods niggas are not our race. If you want to do Pan-Africanism, and that's something different based on we all black or whatever. But if you're gonna come out here, yeah, we're supposed to be the superior black race. You're not my fucking race, nigga. How can you even compare yourself to me when you are my arch enemy of my ancestors? Your ancestors are not my ancestors. Your God will never be my God. Because you are not African to me. The African of America is the Maroon. If you go there, even Jamaica, you will see Akongpong. There are more town Akongpong, Nyakukpong. If you go to Ghana, you will see the same name. Akpakpong. All those names is normal to my people. Yesu, Yao. When we say things, yeah, Yao, Osu. All those names like Tata Yao, Yao Fringpong. All those and Ampong is all in West African from Ivory Coast, Gold Coast, Benin. Those people speak those Ghana. Yeah, all these things, foundational Black American. Who are the people in South America? Lucille, who was found in Brazil. That is a foundational Black American if there gonna be any. Are you older than the Brazilians over there? Are you Brazilian? No. So your whole premise of foundational Black American, we don't know that because there is no America. It is Americas. You are North America is the United States of the Americas. That's how stupid many of these niggas is, man. And I'm not speaking on these niggas, but Tariq Nasheed kind of nigga. But all this foundation shit, I don't recognize it because I know it's not you. The people I know from Plantation were attacking the Maroons, fighting against the Maroons for 500 years. That's what I know. So this is Tariq Nasheed ridiculing and trying to ridicule and Haiti Tommy Sotomayor. So before he was doing these things, he's always been attacking other black, so-called black people because he's nothing. He's a bitch nigga. He knows it. let's hear it. It is so-called Crispy. You see, this is Crispy, and this is what he was doing. Making fun of Tommy Sotomayor because he's supposed to be too black, too dark skin. And what Tariq Nasheed looks like a Nigerian. Now he's coming out saying he's 20% European. So if you are European, why you speak on African stuff, nigga? You're not my race. You are a quatron. You are a mestizo. You're not black. That's the thing. When you have no culture, you don't know these things. If you're 20% Caucasian, you're not our race. Nigga? Just saying. You too stupid. So that is Tommy Sotomayor supposed to be. Yeah.
My name is Crispy. Oh, let's light a candle, cause you look so fine. Won't you come over?
You're now tuning into the King of Games.
Coons do! That's what coons do. Fucked up hairline, everybody. You see it? This is another bait and switch, everybody. You raggedy black motherfuckers. Now I'm gonna take some.
And the thing is, many people say, but this is funny. It's funny when I was making videos about him, he went to the FBI and this guy from Morris TV. Tariq Nasheed went to the FBI. Even as I speak right now, the guy from Morris TV and Taharka Bey has to go to court because Tariq Nasheed went to the FBI and he was making videos about him, exposing him. And this nigga is out here saying things about Kun taking money from KKK. And these so-called black Americans thinks they gonna do this and then, man, it was roasting our... That's why I was roasting you hanging up a tree. Pick a nigga. Nigga, jigga boo boo. Foundational butthurt American. The colonizer pumped these niggas so hard they are still butthurt. 1,000 years later. Let's see this nigga ridiculing his own people, because Tommy Sotomayor is out there now thinking he's gonna attack people. Tommy Sotomayor, a child rapist. Tommy Sotomayor was accused of chilling with his own child in a towel. The video is out there. Just say.
Because I'm taking over the show, everybody. This is a bait and switch, everybody. You thought it was gonna be the Tariq Elite show, you dumb niggas. What up, everybody? Look at my fucked up hairline, everybody. Look at my fucked up hairline, everybody. You see it?
I thought the hairline was African. Now it's Tommy Sotomayor who is American. Oh yeah, Tommy Sotomayor is Panamese because his name is Sotomayor. How are you foundational black American Tommy Sotomayor? There's a Spanish name Sotomayor. That's how stupid these niggas are. Let's hear.
This is another bait and switch, everybody. You raggedy black motherfuckers. Now I'm gonna take some calls because I'm taking over the show, everybody. You raggedy black motherfuckers. Just don't call me that because I'll call the police on you, everybody. Now the number today is...
Exactly. You call the police on Taharka Bey. Go look Morris World TV. You call the police and on Taharka Bey. You even went to the FBI. We've seen the paper. I have even a video where you said that the FBI came to speak to you. We don't know about what. Maybe about the foundation of your black Americanness. Just be American because you're not black to us. You are 20% Caucasian, you said. Although we don't see it. You hear the mulatto already said that you're not his people, man.
818-850-5404, everybody. No, I'm sorry. Oh, what's this song? Oh, shit, that's fucking with me. Why y'all niggas keep fucking with me? From a place of anger. Hold on. I got another one of your hats.
Yeah, and this is all funny. And when I used to make cartoon about this nigga, he used to, just like I said, together with Sanet, they were running to the police. These are cowards, just like their forefathers, their ancestors, man. That's why he's trying to, I'm Maroon too. You don't speak my language if you Maroon. Go and speak Saramakan language. You dumbo. The most stupid people on the planet, man. See? So everything that is black, Tariq Nasheed hates it just like all the plantation Negroes. It's called opening your collar. That's why they introduced this. The Indians introduced this skin bleaching. And who was doing it first? North Americans. And they introduced it to the Jamaicans now and the Africans to do it also. You see? You said you influenced the world. They took your hip-hop and spread it around for all black people to start killing their brothers. That's what your hip-hop is doing. And it's a hip-hop that was stolen from DJ Kool Herc, who happened to be Jamaican. And the white man can step in and say, listen, all this rhyming shit is from Shakespeare. From 1,000 years ago. That's what it is.
That's my theme song, everybody. Now the number today is 818-850-54. Yes, sir. I feel you, homie. I feel you, buddy. Thanks for the call. Soda Nation, buddy. All right, let's see who else is calling up. I like that brother right there, everybody. Let's see who we got on the phone, everybody. Hello?
And this puppet name is Crispy. Crispy means to be black. Blacker than black. And this nigga is ridiculing being black. But you are the foundational black. Your colors are really hidden. And check his wall behind him. How black those Moors. Those movies was about the black Moors of Europe. Moors of Europe. That's how stupid these Negroes are, man. That's good.
Why we said it's a problem.
Mrs.
And let me
Yvette
just say this.
Carnel.
For those of you who said, well, you
So this Yvette Carnel stole her movement from CARICOM and those other people in North America. There was a group already looking to get reparation, and Yvette Carnel came and stole it with ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. I'm not descendants of a slave, so they are not my race already. But she made it clear in that video and say, Africans are not our race. These Maroons, Caribbeans are not our race. So I'm fine with it. She's American. Alright, she's a descendant of a slave. I don't know what slave. Because if you are mixed with the European, to my people, to my race, you are European. If you are not pure blood OKHANO, you're not my race. Just like the European is telling you that if you mix with one drop of black people, you are the same thing goes for my people. Maybe you didn't know that. I'm autonomous. I defeated the slave master you have there, which taught you what you're supposed to know. Even niggas will, I'm a psychologist. Yeah, the psychology of the slave master, who was pumping you behind for 400 years. You can't compare us, nigga. You the arch enemy. It's like you the Bloods and we the Crips, or we the Crips and you the Bloods. Just like Hutus and Tutsis and Russia, Ukraine. That's Bush Negro, City Negro, Maroon versus Plantation Negro. Yes. It's like Tutsis and Hutus. Like Russia, Zelensky versus Putin. Taiwan, China, and you must see it like Japan versus China. That's how it is in America. Most continental Africans don't know that. They think all those people in America who are African are slaves. No, Africans are Maroons in America. Yeah, that's what they will tell you according to the law. If you are broken, you are mixed, you was on a plantation, you live like the white man, they will call you Negro. Because you are broken, you have no history. You don't know where you come from. You don't know what the beginning or the end. You have no God. You have no culture. If you have no God, you have no culture. That's how the world works. No slave will come out here and think they will confuse anybody. You was a slave for 400 years for a reason why I was free in the jungle for 500 years. My treaty states 1760. Before that it was 1620. You was let out of your cage in 1863. Just like in Suriname. Nigga.
shouldn't have done it in public. Tariq did it in public. He made a big mistake in public, so you get corrected in public. My DMs are always open. You could have said why we said it's a problem. And let me just say this. For those of you who said, well, you shouldn't have done it in public. Tariq did it in public. He made a big mistake in public, so you get corrected in public. My DMs are always open. You could have said something to me. You could have said something to Antonio. You didn't. You know why? You like to go alone. You don't like to be a part of a team. But uplift is teamwork activity, baby. It is not just about you. This is not a space. ADOS is not a space for selfish people. It's not a space for people.
And that is exactly what Tariq Nasheed is. And she also, Yvette Carnel is the same. She's using black people in America to reach her own goals. She was the first one who came with the stories. Caribbeans are not our people. And Africans are not our people. We are our own people now. And then Tariq Nasheed came and stole it from her, while she stole it from those guys who were looking for reparation, the CARICOM and those other parties. So these people are all lying devils. But I'm showing you this thing so you can see what I want. This was like 6 years ago. Yeah, you see it over there, 2018. This was happening. So this so-called FBA and racist KKK movement is already been busy like 8 years now. And these niggas think, yeah man, it was a joke. No, we don't care. You're not African. We know that. You are FBA, you are American. You bombed Nagasaki. That's what we know. If something George Floyd happened, we don't care. Just like I said, they was hanging 2 people, yeah, like yes, and like last week or the week before that. Nobody cared. Did you see any black people around the world making videos about black Americans being hanged? Nobody cares about your people anymore, nigga. You are an American just like your Caucasian slave master. That's how we view you now. We know you are the fucking enemy out here. Nigga, you are the black hunter Reddy Musu. Let's hear it. She is a Tariq Nasheed 2.
On the come up. I'm just putting that out there. It is a space for collective work and collective uplift. So let me just say let me just talk about specifically in terms of opportunity zones. In terms of opportunity zones, the program lets investors avoid the usual, just pay attention. The program lets investors avoid the usual tax on capital gains by putting their profits into so-called opportunity. You talk about being on code. That's not on code. Let me read this next part. This is our communities. Dr. Cosby talked about it as well in terms of what happens in Louisville. It is displacing ADOS communities, Tariq. So for you to go out front and say this, you had to be corrected in public because you went out front in a way where you didn't know enough. And you should have known more, but you didn't. That was reckless. That's not on code. When you talk about being on code, that's not on code. Let me read this next part.
See? Tariq Nasheed, Yvette Carnel is telling you you're too stupid. That's what she's saying it politely, and I'm saying it rough cut, nigga. Yvette Carnel is saying Tariq Nasheed because I know you're too stupid to understand these things. You didn't know enough means you're too stupid to be walking out here opening your mouth about anything. Yeah, you're too stupid. All you do is take guys like Umar Johnson and the stories of the Moors, Ivan Fasetema, and steal it and memorize it and come out here like you know anything. You're just like those other flat earthers. I even see a flat earther claiming to be FBA now. Yeah, nigga, sad case.
In their exhaustive study of 75 enterprise zones and 13...
named Norris Shelton. And I'm not trying to drone in to beat a dead horse talking about the leaders of ADOS, the group, because that ship is sailed. I'm not going to beat a dead horse because they're pretty much done right now. Their credibility is shot.
You see, it's the same move like on the Pan-African movement. Pan-Africanism is dead, and then he will spend money boosting videos. He will be boosting all those videos, but those are fake views, are bot views from Nigeria and India and Indonesia. That's why you see every time he will have to keep spending that money. That's why he had to take the MAGA money from the KKK. All these FBA are just racist KKK from the plantation black hunters. My ancestors know you. Your ancestors will never be my ancestors, Tariq Nasheed. Let's get that clear. Your ancestors were arch enemy of my ancestors. Nigga, that's the real talk. Let's hear it.
And people aren't even taking them seriously anymore. So they're pretty much a done deal right now, and they know it. They, some of their minions and them, they've been trolling and all that stuff. Named Norris Shelton. And I'm not trying to drone in to beat a dead horse talking about the leaders of ADOS, the group, because that ship is sailed. I'm not going to beat a dead horse because they're pretty much done right now. Their credibility is shot, and people aren't even taking them seriously anymore. So they're pretty much a done deal right now, and they know it. They, some of their minions and them, they've been trolling and all that stuff, but they're done right now, and they know that. So now we can get to the business of building, of empowerment building. But one thing I don't like, and I have to touch on this, the leaders of the organization ADOS, when they're running around talking about they created this and they founded this and founded that and created this, even the name that they came up with, they stole that from a brother named Norris Shelton.
You hear the truth now, nigga? Even Tariq Nasheed is admitting here that he's been stealing on internet now for 10, 20 years. Anything of Africans or Caribbean that is just like 1804, when he came to know about Haitian Revolution 1804, he stole it immediately, went and made a movie and started selling it and cussing out Haitians. When he heard about my people, when he saw my American Maroon channel, he went and stole the stories he could find about Maroons and wrote it with James Small like they were the Maroon ever. He heard the stories about the Moors of Europe, of Spain. He went and made a movie about it like it was him. He heard stories about East Africa, about the Christ and Ausar and those people and those gods. He went there making movie like he's the Egyptian. So if he hears something about Australia, he knows stories about those black people, aboriginals. He will make a movie and say he's the aboriginal of Australia. There's these Negroes from North America, not even North America, from the plantation. Because in Suriname, they do the same. City Negroes in Suriname will go out there, start writing books about my family and selling it. Because they have no yeye, they have no soul, nigga. They think soul is when you play soul music. That's how... If that would be it, yeah. Let's leave it at that, man. So you hear here Tariq Nasheed saying that Yvette Carnel stole it from somebody else. That's why he felt like he had the right to steal it from them. Nigga, let's hear it.
Can get to the business of building, of an empowerment building. But one thing I don't like, and I have to touch on this, the leaders of the organization ADOS, where they're running around talking about they created this and they founded this and founded that and created this. Even the name that they came up with, they stole that from a brother named Norris Shelton. Let me show y'all something. Now, this is an old video. This video is from like 2009. And this brother, he's been talking about this for like 50 years. He's written books about this. And this brother, he has an organization, not an organization, but he does have an organization. It's called the American Slaves, Inc. But he talks about a lineage. He coined the phrase of a lineage called descendants of American slaves.
You see? That is all stolen. Maybe many Negroes out here thought it was a joke. No, these North Americans are stealing histories and making movies about it like it was them. This nigga is not my race. I don't know why he's making Maroon movie with James Small. What is your language and your god name? We have our own alphabet, our own counting system of the week. Yeah, sad niggas, man.
Brother out of Louisville, Norris Shelton. This is an old video. This video is from like 2009. And this brother, he's been talking about this for like 50 years. He's written books. Now they know that. So now we can get to the business of building, of an empowerment building. But one thing I don't like, and I have to touch on this, the leaders of the organization ADOS, where they're running around talking about they created this and they founded this and founded that and created this. Even the name that they came up with, they stole that from a brother named Norris Shelton. Let me show y'all something. Now, this is an old video. This video is from like 2009. And this brother, he's been talking about this for like 50 years. He's written books about this. And this brother, he has an organization, not an organization, but he does have an organization. It's called the American Slaves, Inc. But he talks about a lineage. He coined the phrase of a lineage called descendants of American slaves. There's a brother out of Louisville, Norris Shelton. Let me play this. Norris Shelton out of Louisville. And from what I understand, some of the leaders of ADOS, they were all in his chat room and all this stuff. So they've been studying this guy and basically just took his stuff. Hold on. This is 2009.
Yeah, but the videos I was making is about you stealing my stuff. And stealing from the Haitians and stealing from the Africans. That's what you've been doing from the continental Africans. You've been stealing all the history that Dr. Ben, Dr. Claude was writing about. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. You stole all that history like it's about you. They were writing about Africans in America. That is what they were writing, not about FBA. Nobody knows what an FBA is. It's a made-up shit. Our culture, our history is from beginning of time. Yours started in 1873, just like Suriname, the country, started in 1873. My country and Juga was already in 1760 signed. Before that, it already existed. That's the date that it was signed. So you coming out here like ADOS stole, yeah, they stole it. But you also stole it from them. This is supposed to be your justification of stealing from Yvette Carnel. Because she stole it from somebody else. Nigga, that's why I was saying to you that if you're gonna tell the continental Africans that they sold you into slavery, you're supposed to tell them that your people, your ancestors, used to come into the jungle and fight against Maroons, capture them to bring to the plantation and sell them there to the Caucasian. You was called the 5 civilized tribes. That's you. Where are they, the 5 civilized tribes? Exactly. They walking around there in North America and in Suriname, Paramaribo, Bakabusi. Those niggas were called Bakabusi niggers. Backwoods nigger in North America. Your New York used to be called New Amsterdam. Amsterdam is in the Netherlands and in Suriname. Haarlem is in the Netherlands. Haarlem is in Suriname. South America, Amazon. Up. That's how stupid you niggas is, man. You're gonna steal here like you stealing doesn't mean you're not a real man in my culture when you steal is because you have no ability. That which the so-called Most High gave you, you could not work with it to make it into anything else. So you had to go out and steal. And if you're out here stealing, why blame the Caucasian for placing you in slavery? If you're out here doing all this evil, this FBA, so-called FBA, why would anybody care about what Caucasians did to you, nigga? Just saying.
They bred us to be ignorant. There's a brother out of Louisville, 50 years. He's written books about this, and this brother, he has an organization, not an organization, but he does have an organization that's called a lineage. He coined the phrase of a lineage called Descendants of American Slaves. There's a brother out of Louisville, Norris Shelton. Let me play this. Norris Shelton out of Louisville. And from what I understand, some of the leaders of ADOS, they were all in his chat room and all this stuff. So they've been studying this guy and basically just took his stuff. Hold on. This is 2009.
They bred us to be ignorant. In order to know who we truly are, we have to go back to the core. America captured Africans and bred their offspring to be slaves. That's what we are. We're descendants of slaves. An African American is a person from Africa who comes to America to make money and goes through the immigration department and gets a visa or obtains, who comes to America to make money and goes through and bred their offspring to be slaves. That's what we are. We're descendants of slaves. An African American is a person from Africa who comes to America to make money and goes through the immigration department and gets a visa or obtains citizenship. That's an African American, same as a Chinese American, a German American, Italian American. We are none of those. We are descendants of American slaves. And the reason I make that point so vital, we.
Descendants of American slaves or descendants of African slaves? Because the video began with Africans were captured and brought into slavery and that changed quick into American. All this shit is fake, even this story is fake. Africans were placed in slavery and now you are descendants of American slaves or descendants of African slaves. Let's hear it again, because the stupidity of these people has no bounds, man.
All in his chat room and all this stuff. So they've been studying this guy and basically just took his stuff. Hold on.
Us to be ignorant. We have to go back to the core. America captured Africans and bred their offspring to be. We have to go back to the core. America captured Africans and bred their offspring. America captured Africans and bred their offspring to be slaves.
Won't you then be an American descendants of African slaves? Yeah. Yeah. These people, they have no fucking brains, man. Let's hear it, man.
That's what we are. We're descendants of slaves.
Yeah.
An African American is a person from Africa who comes to America to make money and goes through the immigration department and gets a visa or obtains citizenship. That's an African American, same as a Chinese American, a German American, Italian American. We are none of those. We are descendants of American slaves. And the reason I make that point so vital, we are the only race of people that is bred to the most powerful country in the world. We're the only child. But we don't know it. We are running around here thinking we're African Americans. No, we're not African Americans. We're not even close. We're descendants of American slaves. We're the only race was ever bred in America. We're the only child.
Oh, is Brazil America? I thought you were the United States of the Americas. So you are the only one who was bred in America. So then you're not African. You're not even black. You are white man, if that's what you're saying. So stop bothering Africans. That's what I would say, nigga. We are the only one. There is 100 million slaves, so-called black people in Brazil. You're fair for these people are beyond stupid, man. And these are supposed to be the professors of the black Americans. That's how stupid Negroes are. And they say they are bakabusi negers. Stupid, more back. You don't get them more stupid than these Negroes. Let's see.
All right, man. That's this brother laying it out right here, dude. I mean, this brother was, shit.
Exactly, and you stole all this from him, acting like it's you. This is a video of, yeah, like I said, like 6 years ago. Nigga, you exposing yourself. This is when Tariq Nasheed was stealing all the FBA stuff from Yvette Carnel, and Yvette Carnel stealing it from this guy and Claude Anderson and CARICOM, because they were watching CARICOM and fixing it for the Caribbean, and these so-called North Americans like, yeah, and we need our money, and the Africans will steal it. In my culture, Maroon culture, real Maroon, not escaped slaves. Your slaves escaped to the Maroons. We are not even allowed to ask the white man for anything. We are autonomous. We want nothing from the white man, so-called white man, because white man simply means wise man, to have wisdom. It's a status. But anyways, they are called Caucasian. We want nothing from the Caucasian because my God will take care of it. Because we know my God is real. It's not fake, like symbolic, like yours in the church, which you stole the ankh. The ankra is called ankele. Walking around, it's a cross, man. It's not a cross, it's an ankele. You stole it with your daddy from the plantation. And here you admitting it that you had the right to steal from Yvette Carnel because those American descendants of slavery, they stole it from somebody else. So that gave you the right to come out here and steal. Like the devil you are with your FBA over there. Let's hear it, man.
Like, wow. Okay. Put this over here to the side. Okay. Dude. I mean, they just blatantly took this dude's stuff. And he's out there in Louisville. That's where they had their first conference, out there in Louisville, out there in Kentucky. Now, somebody said MLK mentioned it first. Stop it. That's y'all trying to promote that BS. He just mentioned the term descendant of slaves. This brother Shelton, he classified us as an ethnic group. That was his whole thing. That's different than just Dr. King mentioning the term. This brother, Norris Shelton, he distinguished us as an ethnic group using the term descendants of American slaves. The ADOS people, the group, they were like, well, we didn't steal it. It ain't the same. Ours, American descendants of slavery. So it's different. They changed two words around.
And you went and you made it FBA around. Look who's talking, nigga. The biggest thief on the internet in this so-called black community is Senator and this guy, Tariq Nasheed, pimping F stealing. Senator was openly stealing and selling DVDs on 25th Street. Stealing from everybody, man. That's in your nature. I almost now want to believe in and Hillary Clinton that you are a fucking predator, nigga. That's why they locking you the fuck up for 500 years. Over there in North America. You think anybody is gonna come to your help, nigga? All that shit is over. There will be no BLM demonstration any ever. Black Americans falling down in droves, even nobody cares, nigga. That's what it has become now, man. So you all are thieves, just like I was stating in all my videos. You are just like your colonizer, your daddy, going over there stealing American and stealing African. I'm the Afrikaner, I am the Australian, I am the North American, I am the European. All these things are you, but you can't walk in the sun without getting cancer. These niggas can walk around and know anything, because they are from a plantation which they were not allowed to read nor have culture. But now I have culture. Why you want money then? For things you never lost. If you didn't lose your culture, why do you want reparation money to repair what? If your culture and your identity was not taken from you, what will you repair? There is nothing to repair. You are just American, and that's it. You're not even black. Black people are living in Africa. That's what we know. Nigga.
They changed 2 words around. So they can't even bullshit the term. This brother, Norris Shelton, he distinguished us as an ethnic group using the term descendant of American slaves. The ADOS people, the group, they were like, well, we didn't steal it. It ain't the same. Ours, American descendants of slavery. So it's different. They changed 2 words around. They changed 2 words around. So they can't even bullshit themselves out of it in a logical way. They took this man's stuff, didn't give him no props or credit for it, changed 2 words around and said, look at what we created.
Isn't that what you did with the Haitian Revolution and the Maroon movie, The Most of Europe, your Hidden Color series? Begging for money on internet. You didn't pay for those movies. You scammed the people that you was gonna build a museum and all those stuff, and they gave you millions. And they had to pay to come and see the movies. They had to pay to come into the museum. Because they are more stupid than you are. They are even more stupid than you are, Tariq Nasheed. That's why Yvette Carnel was saying, you don't know enough. Because she doesn't want to cut you out, to cuss you out here. Because she is a politician, end of the day. All these guys are politicians. Going up, and the devil is a liar. Just remember that. Anybody comes out here and lying is a fucking devil. That's my culture, nigga. That's why I know you are cursed for real. You don't know how the world functions. Phil Scott with your crooked mouth. Look at you. You was making video in your fucking bedroom, remember? And then you use the African name to come with the channel African Diaspora and organizing flights and crew to Africa so-called trips. You and this guy and searching for Uhuru and go back to Africa was started doing those shit. Yeah. If you don't know, if these niggas are not evil, and I'm not talking about the search for Uhuru guy, he moves different, until now at least. But this guy Go Black was in the army, just like many of those FBAs, they are from the army. They are from the fucking United States Army, that's what you don't know, they are black hunters, bounties. What they doing is going to Africa, like they're organizing trips and then looking for information to bring back to Trump. Nigga, where I come from, ask Wodemaya. He went to Suriname. There was a place, a village, no white men allowed. It's supposed to be no Negroes allowed. Where I come from, because that is another tribe. When they write that no white men allowed, they mean no Negro, because in Suriname, a Negro, it was mixed. From the city. Those people from the city are mixed people. Nobody knows who they are. That's why they are simply called Negro. Masanenge. Yeah. Nobody knows where they come from. Nigga, I showed you a video where my people speak in Tree, they speak Kumanti, Luangu, all those languages. And what they doing is coming to the jungle and they cause war so that the Maroons would get out of the jungle where there is gold so they can come and steal it. They are born devils. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, that's why I speak freely. Do you see me greet anyone when I come here? Because I know those niggas out there are devils. If you don't know, you don't know. When I speak like it is. As I'm speaking right now, no Negro alive can step up to me and tell me they are my race. Because they have been killing the Africans in the jungle in Suriname and the Americas. Nigga, that's why you was in the army. Nigga?
You dig? I can't. That's just like, hey man, I'm about to form a country. I'm gonna call it America's United States. Well, there's already the United States of America. No. This is different now. This ain't the United States of America. No, this is gonna be called America's United States. I founded that now. We don't have time for silly double talk, family. We don't have time for silly double talk. We just don't have time for it. Yeah, they're done. And they're done to the point where I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad for them. They're so done.
That is his only goal. Destroy and so-called black people and claiming he's black and he's African. That's how they do with the plantation city Negroes. The white man, so-called Caucasian, will send these plantation Negroes that they have been raping for 400 years to Africans to find out information and go out there. That's what they was doing against my people. They would act like they run away from the plantation. When you turn around, you see 100 white men, so-called Caucasian, around you. That is Tariq Nasheed and his Negro gang. Don't you hear how they speak? They enslaved the Africans, but we are American descendants of slaves, of American slaves. I thought they were African slaves. These niggas want money on the back of Africans, but want to claim that they are something else. Speaking about the devil, and these devils will go into church like they mean anything. They are a cursed people, cause I know. They have killed my people in America. Nigga? When you speak to the continental Africans. You jack off.
I mean, it was a tremendous fall. They're done. Words around. They changed 2 words around. So they can't even bullshit themselves out of it in a logical way. They took this man's stuff, didn't give him no props or credit for it, changed 2 words around and said, look at what we created. You dig? I can't. That's just like, hey man, I'm about to form a country. I'm going to call it America's United States. Well, there's already the United States of America. No. This is different now. This ain't the United States of America. No, this is going to be called America's United States. I founded that now. We don't have time for silly double talk, family. We don't have time for silly double talk. We just don't have time for it. Yeah, they're done. And they're done to the point where I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad for them. They're so done. I mean, it was a tremendous fall. They're done. Their credibility is shot. And oh yeah, boy, shout out to Boyce. Boyce was dropping some.
You see? That is the only goal of so-called black Americans, plantation Negroes. You hear it for yourself. Killing other so-called blacks and Africans while they act like they are you. There is no greater devil than that, nigga. They are a treacherous people. I know them. Nigga, there's the real talk.
What's that you said? You told me about Tony and Yvette last year and I called you goofy. What did I say that, brother? I don't remember that. Hold on, brother. Let me get you on. I don't remember that.
The name Norris Shelton. Loser talk. We don't need that. We don't need that type of garbage. Family, there's an abundance out here. We need to be codified so we can get it. It's out here for us.
You see, he's saying it. There is abundance of money out here for them. Nigga. These people killed the slaves in America. That's why I don't know why they're looking for reparation. Do you see them go and confront the Maroons about it? And only Maroon says difference is a lowemang. They are escaped from these people. Just like I'm saying, the plantation masters would send these Negroes into the jungle to come and act like they are my people. Just like they're trying to do today. Writing books quickly, stealing history. I've even seen one of these crazy said the Civil War in North America was them fighting against colonizers. Do you have to look for the devil, or do you know where the devil is now? Why they were hanged and killed? Would I be laughing about it if it was my people, nigga? Just saying.
What's that you said? You told me about Tony and Yvette last year, and I called you goofy. What did I say that, brother? I don't remember that. Hold on, brother. Let me get you on. I don't remember that. Let me get you on, brother. I do not remember calling you goofy, bro. What's up, sir? How are you?
What's up, Tariq? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. So what? I diss you or something? I don't remember, brother.
Yeah. Around last year sometime when you started talking about Tony and Yvette, and I was trying to warn you about them and them co-opting Tasden, the Transatlantic Slave Descendant Network. It was like, oh, brother, you goofy. We on code right now.
Oh, I probably thought you were trolling. I probably thought you were, because people be saying little stuff, but wow, because I've seen some of your tweets, and I've been seeing.
Do you see how many organizations there was out there? Tariq Nasheed stole all of them and broke them all down with the help of MAGA, Trump, KKK. Taking money and killing black people. So-called black, I should say, because I don't know no FBA.
A lot of shit they done stole from folks now. I mean, it's really coming out. What was your deal for a minute?
Well, so back in 2016, 2017, I was taking Tasden, the public policy initiative, up to Congress.
Yeah.
I was taking it to the Congressional Black Caucus to have it pushed, specifically to Karen Bass's office. Then, like 2 months later, Tone comes out. He looks at Tasden, my video. He looks at the content from my website, and he comes out with hashtag ADOS. So I'm like, what's this? So I reach out to him like, hey, this is, if you look at my video, if you look at the content from the first website, even down to the stock videos, this guy totally copied and pasted. At first, he didn't have a website. He had like a Euro web page.
Yeah.
And he had the video.
You see now when I say these people are devils? It's not a joke. This is what Negroes do in Suriname also. Steal people's shit just like there is a nigger there called Kakanaki Maknak. Writing books about my immediate family. Like we know, like he's the enemy who has killed a whole village in Suriname together with Bouterse. Because Brunswijk stole money from Paramaribo. Those same people will go to Netherlands here, to America, and promote like they were ever Maroons while they were the killers. Is there a greater devil on this planet than that, nigga? If the devil is not a man, what is he? Oh, he's the evil Bakru. Because devil where we come from is called Bakru. A cruel. We're being cruel. Nigga? That's these people. Do you think anybody will mind any George Floyd happening again?
It was
Sick
exactly
nigga.
like Tasden, the Transatlantic Slave Descendant Network.
Wow.
So, this is around the time when I was content from the first website, even down to the stock video in the public policy initiative up to Congress.
Yeah.
I was taking it to the Congressional Black Caucus to have it pushed, specifically to Karen Bass's office. Then, like 2 months later, Tone comes out. He looks at Tasden, my video. He looks at the content from my website, and he comes out with hashtag ADOS. So I'm like, what's this? So I reach out to him like, hey, this is, if you look at my video, if you look at the content from the first website, even down to the stock videos, this guy totally copied and pasted. At first, he didn't have a website. He had like a Euro web page.
Yeah.
And he had the video. It was exactly like Tasden, the Transatlantic Slave Descendant Network.
Wow.
So, this is around the time when I was walking the halls of Congress, because you could actually walk through Congress and take your public policy initiatives to their offices. You don't have to schedule appointments. You can just walk in any congressman's office. It's the office building for the people, so they allow it.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm dealing with Karen Bass and the Congressional Black Caucus, 2 months later, Tone comes out with hashtag ADOS, and it's almost identical to my video, his first video, identical to my site, even down to the stock videos where you have the slavery photos. I reach out to him. I'm like, hey, what is this? Like, what's going on over here? He blocks me on YouTube. He blocks me on Instagram, all social media platforms. Then he goes and gets Yvette Carnel. He calls her a co-creator. He got Yvette Carnel because she had the platform Breaking Brown. I used to watch her platform along with your platform, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, and leave comments and everything. He gets Yvette Carnel and uses her because she has another platform. So they're like doing this rush to get out in front of Tasman. We created this, we made this, we made this. After that, like 2 months later, Karen Bass, they stopped communicating with me. The Congressional Black Caucus, they stopped communicating with me. This dude was plugged in with those guys. He was sent by those people back in 2017. Wow. I started Tasman.
Yeah, wow, Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq Nasheed is at the moment you're talking to him sent by Trump and his crew MAGA to do the same thing, nigga. The same thing as his ancestors were doing on the plantation, going into the American jungle and killing Indians and Africans, so-called Maroons.
On the campuses of Bowie State in 2015. Now, I've been doing grassroots work out here in the DMV. I've been working with the prisons. I've been working with brothers out here in the street. I'm like on the ground. I wasn't really pushing this as far as on Twitter the way Tone and Yvette was doing. But I mean, I have receipts of all of this. I have the copies of his first website, my website. If you look at my video, Tasden, and the video that he took down, that he initially has, it's almost identical. So, I mean, these people have been frauds since 2017. And, you know, I was kind of ringing the alarm about this, but I figured that this was going to happen because I worked with people with bad character like that in the past. And anytime you have bad character and you're trying to push your organization, that character is going to ultimately come out in that organization.
Real talk. Real talk.
Exactly, and Tariq Nasheed stole it more than the one you're complaining about, and Don't Talk, and Yvette Carnel. That is your race, nigga. Where I come from, you can't do these things because we have God, we have culture. That's what you don't understand, Phil Scott Crooked Mouth.
You know, that's the case here, but you know, I support your movement.
No, yeah, man, I rock with
I support what you're doing. Yeah, I'm still doing the work out here. You know what I mean? With Taz and the Transatlantic Slave Descendant Network, and you know, we moving forward with this. But you know, I'm just giving you a heads up here, man, because it's unfortunate the way it unfolded. I seen how it was going to unfold with these guys.
Well, that's why I've never been a part of their group at all. I was just pushing the hashtag of the lineage, but as far as their group, I ain't never had shit to do with that bullshit because I already knew.
So you started your own group, FBA. Nigga, all those things of Africans and Caribbeans, you have to go and bring them back. All those Maroon stories, 1804, bring them the fuck back, nigga. It's not your ancestors, it's not your story. You are fake like that. You think that is a man to go out and steal, that you go out and smash and grab when you have no culture. You dumbo.
That they were on some fuck shit and they were going to self-implode, so I never associated with their group at all. So
let me give you one of the public policy initiatives we have with Tasman, because this wasn't just a grab bag for reparations. One, it was crazy that these people decided to call us American descendants of slaves. Like, it was tacky and silly to be referring to yourself as a slave descendant. Tasman is the Transatlantic Slave Descendant Network. The network is grounded in the legacy. But to come out, it was just such a rush job. This dude used Sandy Doherty as cover. When he was talking about, he's always talking about the data. He never did any research. He never did any work with this thing. He was doing that, the data reparations, to give himself cover. That's why it almost sounds ridiculous when you hear him talk. There is no charisma.
Here they are talking about Antonio Moore. I must show a small part about him and then leave it at that, man.
Because he's using everyone else's work to cover his heist of this intellectual property.
Yeah.
I actually did
And that's what Tariq Nasheed has been doing now for 15 years on YouTube. Stealing everybody else's history. Like he's all the black people now. He's 20% and European. So when they said, yeah, I was the more of Europe too, man. Yeah. Have you seen your head, nigga?
Year study to find the cures that afflict the ills of the African American community. So, like, I have an STEC program called a public policy initiative called STEC, where we lift the burden of poverty. We infuse, like, for instance, neighborhoods in Chicago. We put STEC on Chicago. We lift the burden of poverty by subsidizing the living expenses of the poor teenagers out there. We infuse those teenagers with education, therapy, and counseling. Education for the ignorance, therapy for the trauma of like slavery, the child abuse, the sexual abuse, and then counseling to teach life skills. Counseling to teach.
Is this what FBA doing and A does? You see? Isn't this what they deserve now? That's what I'm saying, nigga. The Trump is happy, real happy. You'll see when Trump start to get at your black niggas over there. Do you think anybody around the globe will do anything? You will take it just like you said the Somalis had to take it. That's how you gonna take it, like you used to for 400 years, nigga. Never compare us. We never seen you people like being a man. You're, yeah, let's leave it at that.
How to deal with the networks in society.
What city are you in, brother?
What's that?
What city are you in?
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Well, you know, bro, you talking some real stuff, man. I might want to have you come down to the convention next year, man, and be on one of the panels, bro.
I'm actually coming down to the convention. I was going to come down there anyway. I was going to pay and support anyway.
No doubt, man. Yeah, because you're saying some real shit right now, brother. And that's what we need to hear. We need brothers like you, you know, participating and really think tanking with us, man, and coming up with some solutions. This is what the fuck I'm talking about right here.
Yeah, come and bring your ideas so Tariq Nasheed could steal it in 2018 and present it now as FBA. Nigga?
So this is what Tasden was about. It wasn't about just getting asking for a grab bag of reparations, which, you know, I definitely support and believe.
Oh, my brother, he froze. Hello.
Point dialogue with the audience as well. Okay, so
some blessings again. My name is Brother Everett. I am president of the division of Marcus Garvey's UNIA ACL. I'm also Minister of Information for the entire UNIA globally. One of the things.
Point dialogue with the audience as well. Okay, so with that, there's some rules of engagement.
You know, Tariq Nasheed, he put out a tweet this morning. We went back and forth. You saw on Twitter. In no way am I trying to have contention with this man. I don't know Tariq Nasheed personally. I've never talked to him on the phone. I do commend and appreciate his support of ADOS since last year.
You see, this is Tony Moore. Yeah, he was together with Yvette Carnel from the beginning. They stole it from the guy of someone else, and then Tariq Nasheed act like he was one of them. What I was saying about the plantation. Nigger will act like they run away from the plantation, but they are a soldier of the Caucasian slaver. Nigger? What they say is COINTELPRO now. It's their lineage, COINTELPRO. Go to Africans and Maroons, act like they are one of them, and then steal information, bring it back to the Caucasian and those Safardine. Nigga, that's how I know these niggas. I don't know them any different. When I was growing up, my grandfather used to tell us, if you see a Negro run away, they're bringing the Caucasian to kill us. That's America, I know. Because your country is called the United States of the Americas. Maybe South America is not America. Maybe South Africa is not Africa, nigga. Maybe Southern Europe is not Europe.
Recall in November of last year, maybe October, because it was you know, Tariq Nasheed, he put out a tweet this morning. We went back and forth. You saw on Twitter. In no way am I trying to have contention with this man. I don't know Tariq Nasheed personally. I've never talked to him on the phone. I do commend and appreciate his support of ADOS since last year. As I recall, in November of last year, maybe October, because it was I remember I was going to one of them Halloween horror nights. He did a video and showed great support for ADOS, and since then has been there to support us in terms of our message and just really making the case for us having a specific demand. I think in some ways we got to be clear about what that demand is and why we, as ADOS, the political education, the data, the Sandy Darity, the Byron Allen, the reality of what we're doing here. Because I think in some ways, I think what I'm seeing now is people are there's a little bit of a shift. And inside of that shift shows you don't really see why we did what we did. So let's get right into it. Tariq's tweet today or yesterday, because I didn't see it till this morning. Trump is actually talking about providing specific tangibles to foundational Black Americans. Yet
Told you, Trump gave him money. You see how he stole the organization of ADOS, just like this guy stole it from other people. Trump is gonna give them reparation. What is Trump saying now in 2025? You ain't getting shit. Everybody needs to leave America immediately. Like it was Trump's place. Trump just got in America 100 years ago with his people. I thought the country was of the Native Americans. Oh no, in the American law, if you're born in North America, you are, and by law, you are Native American. Go look it up. That's why they changed the name of those people into Native American. Later on, they can say, I am the Native American, just like the Afrikaner. We're gonna bust up all those places in Africa and call it Africa, and then call ourselves the Afrikaners. When you die out, if you die out 100 years from now, they will lie to their own children even that they were the first people there. And you're doing it also with them. All these things, they so told us, that's why I told you. Yeah, let's hear it, man. These niggas are
true. Black Americans have been so naively loyal to, are adamant about not doing anything specific for Black Americans. So why should we honestly support the Democrats? On its face, this tweet seems like it's going somewhere. To me, it's not, because in actuality, Trump isn't saying anything, and I'll talk to you about why. But you can't say that without him saying something tangible to the level of $17 trillion in reparations, and I'll address why that's impossible for him to say because of his tax cuts and his overall base being diametrically opposed to ADOS and reparations and recognizing Black folks. Because you want to or not, that he didn't do the work to deserve. I don't know if every word matters at this moment. Part of the reason that we're talking voting down ballot Democrat is to make it clear that we're not a right-wing propaganda tool. Because right now, the 4 Ds come into play. Dismiss.
Remember, this is like 6 years ago. Remember when I made the video about Tariq being the far right like Nick Fuentes? Don't you see he start speaking about Nick Fuentes now? So this guy is really stupid, this Tariq. He will go around internet, see things, and then go and mention in his videos. Don't know that he's being even more stupid. The more he speaks, the more we find him out that he's beyond stupid. Stupid beyond measures. Let's hear it, Ben.
Divide, destroy, to or not, that he didn't do the work to deserve. I don't know if every word matters at this moment. Part of the reason that we're talking voting down ballot Democrat is to make it clear that we're not a right-wing propaganda tool. Because right now, the 4 Ds come into play. Dismiss, divide, destroy. You know, they're essentially trying to gut us and call us right-wing when actually we're...
You see there? Lineage matters. Hashtag ADOS. You see? And the new flag, he even stole the flag from the Liberians and from the Cubans, and the Black Power Fist from the Black Panthers, from even from South Africa with Mandela. He stole all those stuff. You even see one here on the hashtag ADOS and lineage matters. So all these devils are going around and stealing other people's idea and identity because they have none. They have no soul. They don't know that when you have no soul, then you can do these things. Only if you have no soul you can take a trousers, pants of somebody else and put them on and feel like they are yours. Yeah.
We're just demanding a black agenda. So as a result, we can't give any fuel to the fire. And I think what I'm seeing right now is an inability to really understand how important that is. Imagery. How important it is to cast this thing as what it is. Look, black folks since 74 have voted 90% Democrat. Black folks. When you look at Latinos in the last election, 65% of Latinos voted for the Democrats, 35% voted for Trump. When you look at whites, since 74, their rate of vote for the Republicans has been over 50%. And for the Democrats, it's been like 40%. The Democratic Party is our party. The problem is that we haven't called on them with the specific black agenda and demanded of them what they owe us. You don't walk away from what somebody owes you and say it's because they don't want to recognize you without making a haymaker of a case. And that's what we're doing right now. And I think for me, I'm seeing this thing, and I responded to Tariq and I said, this is not real politics. Trump performed one of the most regressive tax cuts in American history that left the cupboard bare for any type of major program that would have cost similar to reparations. You cannot say this without recognizing that fact. So you have this reality of Donald Trump, a Donald Trump that passed the most regressive tax cut possibly in the history of the nation. Regressive, meaning he cut everything back. What that leads to is something called starving the beast. There aren't money for basic programs that are already on the books. Forget reparations, $17 trillion. I'm talking Obama phone. I'm talking homeless shelters. I don't know if the economics of things is inside of the understanding of Trump trying to gild the ghetto, cover a bunch of dirt with some icing. See, Trump already said that reparations is interesting, but he doesn't see it happening. He's already said that to us. I don't see how the pieces are fitting for us to get to a space where we even have a discussion about the realities of a Donald Trump that has just passed the most regressive tax cuts. And in addition, in 4 days, Donald Trump will walk into the Supreme Court to scale back the Civil Rights Act of 1866. Part of the issue.
So you see, this was in 2019. And Trump already said then they will get no reparations, but he gave Tariq Nasheed money to fight these guys and get them down from there. So the so-called black people over there would not vote for Democratic Party, but for the Republican. I made a cartoon about it, and you just heard him say, even in this video I've just done, saying that there is money out there to get. Big money. KKK money. Nick Fuentes money. Bot views money. Why do you think they go and pay the bot viewers? The bot viewers is for other videos to stay behind. So that's why many people don't care about that, because they will crash. They don't know what's coming, because most of those views are just bots, robots from India and those places, Indonesia, Nigeria. But when you have no soul, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters to a fool. Nothing matters to a fool, nigga. That's Tariq Nasheed, the pimp of the so-called FBA. He's their pimp. Nigga. And they are used to being pimped, first by the colonizer and now by Tariq Nasheed. So maybe it's their fate on this planet to be slaves, man. Yeah, let's hear it. Don't compare yourself with Maroons. We're not the same. Let's hear it, man.
With the debate, and I don't care if it's Ebro or this discussion with Tariq, Ebro's discussion on a whole nother level, or Talib. These people, like what I'm running into is, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not guessing. What ADOS did is force the discussion on reparations. I commend and appreciate Tariq's audience support on that, because we all should be all in on that. That's where we at, though. You can't put one foot outside because Trump is all of a sudden talking about opportunity zones. Now, black agenda as well, but opportunity zones aren't a black agenda. Opportunity zones are gilding the ghetto. See, you had T.I. and you had, who else? Charlemagne go down and meet with Tim Scott to talk about opportunity zones. Well, the problem that you saw again.
And the thing is, that's why they say hip hop is their culture. Musicians is dealing these guys' politics, man. I don't understand it. It's like Bob Marley would get up and say he would go into politics to fix Jamaica. Bob Marley is there to play his music, nigga. His consciousness music or whatever he was doing. He's not there to become a politician. Nowadays, even priests become politicians. When the job of politicians, what you see, lying. Who is a liar? The devil. Just saying. Let's hear it, man.
Was that's Trump's policy. So you going down there to meet with Trump on some policy that we've already know from Nixon doesn't work. I think one of the things that we need here is a political education, both historically, economic education in terms of reality of the moment, the of what we actually need. See, I've been doing this for years. You know, I did this report with William Darity, what we get wrong about closing the racial wealth gap. I want everybody to go read this. You need to read this before you. We all need to read this. When I met with Karen Bass, the head of the Black Caucus, less than a month ago, I literally presented to her on the wealth data for 40 minutes, but also gave her a copy of this and said it needs to go to all the Black Caucus members.
And this guy is a lawyer. And Tariq Nasheed and the so-called Black Americans destroyed this guy and Yvette Carnel and chose Tariq Nasheed with bot views. Took MAGA money. So to them, they don't care if they're getting bot views. That's why you see many FBA channels popping up. Because Tariq Nasheed is sponsoring it just like Nick Fuentes. I have IT paper, I can see it. It's bot views. It's not real views. When you see Tariq Nasheed got like 40,000 views, maybe 10,000 or 5,000 is real. The rest is a robot. Just like Nick Fuentes views. You will see 400,000, maybe 10 or 20,000 is real. The rest is from India, robots, and Indonesia, Nigeria. Yeah, those are boosts with the phone farms. They have like maybe 30, 40, 100 phones somewhere, and those phones will log in at the same time like they're watching the video. That's what they're doing. There is nobody there watching the video. Maybe every 100 phone, there is 1 or 3 people controlling the phones. That's what you're seeing on internet with Nick Fuentes when they say, yeah, we see like the views are fake. That's what's happening. It's called a bot farm, a robot farm with phones. Bot views. What if YouTube don't care? Nobody cares. Yeah, because they making their money with advertisement on it. So it's their business. Let's hear it.
This tells you why what Donald Trump is proposing is not for black people, not going to help black people, and in a sense doesn't deserve a tweet that actually says essentially, let me read it again because I don't want to get the words wrong. Talking about Trump is actually talking about providing specific tangibles. Those are not specific tangibles. And I think if we all get more informed, we can understand that point. Part of the reason that this has to be done this way is because this came out in a tweet. So people would say, why don't you direct that? I don't know Tariq personally. I want to make sure y'all understand that. But in addition, it wasn't like, and he doesn't have to. He asked me before putting this out. I'm just making it clear where ADOS is standing. Now, in addition, I say this to you as black folks as a whole. We can't get into backward alleying our way back into striverism or do-for-selfism just through the lane of specific tangibles. The reality is this.
Exactly, those tangible Tariq Nasheed got it with his FBA. He told you he was gonna get a big bag. There is a big bag for that. I'ma leave it at this, and next time, man. These videos are videos from 6 years ago, 9 years ago. Yeah, this is how it all began. Did you hear them speak anything about tethering or Africans or Caribbeans or Haitians? No. It was about them getting reparations for slavery. Now we know. Nigga, go Intel Pro. It's not FBI. If it's not FBA, it's FBI. Because it's also an I movement, a selfish movement. I should get this. I'm the descendants of the most of Europe. I'm the descendants of the Maroons. I'm the descendants of the American slaves. I'm descendants of the African slaves. I'm descendants of the Transala. That's these niggas. Tariq Nasheed. Fake black Americans. Fake butthurt Americans. Foundational butthurt broken Americans. Ay, foundational butthurt apes. That's you. Hey, I will leave it at that. Next time, man. These niggas are fools, man. This is Antonio Moore. But anyways, I got more next time. I'm gonna leave it at this, man.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. We have people from all over the world being dumped into our country. The people that aren't wanted in their countries, by the way. I think that's a great, like Somalia. Welcome. Do we have any individuals from Somalia in the group? Please raise your hand. That's from Minnesota, you know. That's called the Great Big Minnesota Scam with one of the dumbest governors ever in history. I love this Ilan Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but she comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing, they have no police. They police themselves, they kill each other all the time. I love it. She comes to our country and she's always complaining about the Constitution allows me to do this. We ought to get her the hell out. She married her brother in order to get in, right? She married her brother. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Beautiful. She's a beautiful person. If I married my sister to get my citizenship, do you think I'd last for about 2 hours, or would it be something less than that? She married her brother to get in. Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out, throw the hell out. She does nothing but complain. So now, and we have our savior in this room. His name is Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent. That very handsome man, but you don't, under that beautiful exterior is a killer. And here's what happened. He is in charge of the investigation of Somalia and the billions of dollars they have robbed from Minnesota, right? I hope you're not one of these Republicans where something comes up and they don't do what they should do because they're nicer people. You know, they're much nicer people than the Democrats, but Scott's actually not a nice person at all. So, Scott, you're in charge of that investigation? Okay, I'm not interfering at all. I'm just saying, please do a good job, honest and fair, right? Honest and fair. Oh, well, if he's honest and fair, you know what he's going to find? It's great. I'd love to have that job. They may switch jobs with you. I'd love to have that job. They're to get him the hell out of here. They hate our country. And she hates our country. And her friends hate our country. And AOC hates our country. They all do.
I got 5 children. My children are no garbage. I campaigned for the president in 2024. I actually went out and we reached 50 million people endorsing Trump 7 days before the election. We couldn't afford anything back then. There was a fentanyl crisis. There was an issue of affordability. The living standards went down. Crime issues. These are 5 very important things to us. And we believe that Trump would be the solution to it. I've been a Republican for over 25 years. I'm not going to stop being a Republican. But what I do know is for a fact is we're getting killed out here because people are saying, we told you so.
I mean, what can you say? You know this man is bigoted. We know that he is hateful. We know he's xenophobic. We know he's Islamophobic. You know, you and I remember had a conversation when he called the African nations shitholes. He talked about Haitians eating cats and dogs. And you know, it's frankly hilarious in many ways because I don't think he thinks, right? And you say read a book. I don't think he reads. I don't think he has the curiosity to know those things. And I laugh at the fact that he says, I complain about the Constitution. I'm not complaining about the Constitution. I'm complaining about you not following the Constitution. For the love of God. Like, you need to follow the Constitution. I'm a lawmaker. I'm your check and balance in the legislative branch. Like, I want you to follow the Constitution. And so, of course, he's been working really hard to deflect from the fact that he might have potentially committed war crimes. He's deflecting from the fact that he's pardoning narco traffickers and people who have terrorized their own country. You know, he's deflecting from the fact that he hasn't addressed the economy. And he's deflecting from the fact that he has overseen
a pedophile protection party. And so to me, I know that those of us who are Somali in this country see ourselves as Americans. That's what our passport says. That's what our nationality is. And we know that we are protected by the 14th Amendment. We know that we're not going anywhere. And there is no way. I mean, he needs to just, I know he says he hasn't met me. Maybe he should spend 5 minutes with me, because then he would know that as Somalis, we are never intimidated. And, you know, we're never going to feel like our esteem or confidence is shaken by a bigoted fool, you know, making a mockery of the White House, of our nation, and of the presidency. I mean, these are people, you know, who are not that dissimilar from him, that are in his cabinet. They all have their slew of bigoted, racist, xenophobic, Islamophobic things that he said. Hexat like has white supremacist tattoos. And Christian supremacist tattoos. So, you know, these are not people that you would expect to react any differently. And I think the press in many ways that covers the White House, I think have gotten used to his bigotry. They all have, I think, that delayed reaction, and they've all gotten used to all of his lies. That's why there's rarely a follow-up. But they also have gotten used to his abuse. You know, you've seen him say to one female reporter, "Quiet, Biggie." You see him calling another one stupid and dumb. You know, this is a very abusive, deranged old man. And I think for a lot of people, it's still shocking, it's still jarring that he is the president of our country.